الله أكبر.
حي على الصلاة.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
حي على الصلاة.
الله أكبر.
I rise giving the highest of praise to the great God Allah and the highest of honors to his holy prophet, Noble Ali, Islam. I'd like to extend honors to the Moorish Science Temple of America, Temple number 19. I'd like to extend honors to the Office of the Grand Governor, extend honors to the Office of the Lieutenant Grand Governor, the Chairman, the Office of the Secretary, to the L's and Bays and the Groves, Islam. I'm just going to give a short measure from Prophet Drew Ali Speaks to the Nations. Prophet Drew Ali Speaks to the Nations. If you have race pride and love your race, join the Moorish Science Temple of America and become a part of this divine movement. Then you will have power to redeem your race because you will know who you are and your forefathers were. Because where there is unity, there is strength. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come, good people, because I, the prophet, sent to redeem this nation from mental slavery, which you have now, need every one of you who think that your condition can be better. This is a field open to strong men and women to uplift the nation and take your place in the affairs of men. If the Europeans and other nations are helping me, why not you? It is your problem. The Negro problem is being solved only as it can, and that is by the Moorish National Divine Movement. If you have a nation, you must have a free national name in order to be recognized by this nation as an American citizen. This is what was meant when it said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you," by the prophet. The prophet here, in his demonstration, he lines his demonstration up with the prophet Yeshua, or what we call Jesus or Justice. He says, this is what is meant when it is said, "Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things would be added unto you." All right, so that is taken from Matthew chapter 6 in the New Testament of the Piscean text or the Holy Bible. And I will demonstrate what the prophet was referring to. So Jesus or Justice was giving what is popularly known as the Sermon on the Mount, the Beatitudes, giving it to his disciples or those that were following him. And it talks about when Jesus saw the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. So the first thing he did is that he put himself in a high place.
That's right.
All right? So that's what we need to do as Moorish Americans. All right? When he talks about seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all these things will be added unto you, put ourselves in this high place. So the prophet in this measure gives references to our condition being better. All right? In Matthew chapter 6, the prophet Jesus, at verse 24, he says, "No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon.
That's right.
Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body what ye shall put on. It is not the life more than meat, and the body more than raiment." So the chairman, he demonstrated some of that. He demonstrated that we're not the flesh. We're not these fingers and toes. Is not the life more than meat and the body more than raiment? The etymology of meat, if you trace it back to the Old English, it just means food. It doesn't necessarily mean flesh. Just wanted to throw that in there. He says, behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Now, I'm not saying for us to not be industrious. All right, so, when I used to read this, I used to just kind of, I don't need to do anything. I'm going to, just pray and I'll be able to eat and all that stuff. But the fowls of the air, they still have to go get the worms. They have to get up early in the morning. Is that right?
That's right.
So we are to be industrious. Which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? All right? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Allah so clothe the grass of the field, which today and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? So if we are one with Allah, won't Allah treat us better than the lilies of the field and the animals and the fowls of the air? All right? So instead of taking thought and worrying on what we should eat and what we should do, let's go up to that high place on that mountain and then things will be revealed to us. Therefore take no thought saying, what shall we eat or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. That's the lower self. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. Notice when in the Moorish American prayer, the prophet that was given to us by the Holy Prophet gave us everything, even gave us a prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my God, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Ali. He's demonstrating the same thing that's being demonstrated here in Matthew chapter 6 by the prophet Jesus. Nowhere is he, do we have to ask for anything in that prayer? Usually, the traditional Christian sense of a prayer, we're asking for something. But Allah already knows our needs and knows that we need food and he knows our wants. But seek ye first the kingdom of Allah and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So each day has enough problems. Each day has enough trials. Each day has enough evils for us to be worried about, how we're going to behave when we're in a higher place than and letting someone else eat our bread. Islam. So the prophet gave us this demonstration. This is what is meant when it says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all these things shall be added unto you. All right? Nationality. Nationality is that quality of character which arises from the fact of one belonging to a nation or a state. All right? Jesus gave the demonstration of the fowls of the air. All right? The brother chairman gave a demonstration about, the ants and things that creepeth and crawleth among the earth. They all have that common goal. They all have that common ideal. They all have that love one for another. Why is nationality important to us? So that we don't have to worry about the things of tomorrow and we just seek that kingdom. When I can depend on a brother or a sister, I don't have to worry as much. All right, that burden can be taken off of us. I don't have to, if we all come together as one, we have some that own businesses and some that hire people. We have some that, I can call a brother to trim my lawn. I can go to a brother to cut my hair. I can go to the Morris grocery store to go get my groceries. You know, if I'm a vendor, I can go to the supplier of the you know, of the apples who has the apple tree, and I can sell the apples in my market. All right, that's what nationality does. You know, that's that kingdom, that's that heaven that we all can have here on earth. We all know that heaven is a state of mind, but it's not anything that we can do alone. Look at how the birds and the fowls of the air move. They move in schools. You know, some will say they move in the shape of a pyramid, which the prophet also gave to us. You look at the ants and how they move together and how they work together. And they work together to build that pyramid, which the prophet also gave to us.
That's right.
Islam?
That's right, Islam.
So that nationality is the first step in redeeming our people from their sinful ways. That nationality is what we need to pick the brothers up, to pick the sisters up. We look at the cover of the Morris 101s. The prophet he's holding humanity in his arms. All right, and he has one foot on land, and he has the other foot on. He has one on dry land, and he has the other on water. All right, and that water, that's being the cares of the world. So if we want to get out of the cares of the world, have that common goal, have that common ideal, live on that higher plane of life, at the top of that mountain, we have to do what the prophet tells us to do. If you do nothing else, proclaim your nationality. I was telling one of the brothers how I haven't had a stable, I think I was telling the grand governor, I haven't had a stable, you know, employment, you know, for some time. You know, I just got an offer, but, you know, which is all well, and I'm thankful for that. But just by me being in that state of heaven, in that higher mind, that higher ideal, and putting out good energy and good thoughts, I can tell you that my condition is better. Just by me just trying my best to live a clean and pure life, that have a pure heart where love can come in, my condition is better. So this isn't just, this isn't just lip service. This is my experience. Oliver Wendell Holmes said that the life of the law is not logic, but it's experience. It's our experiences. It's the past. It's our history. It's our ancestors. The Prophet Noble Jew Ali, he uplifted fallen humanity, and that is our job. Is to uplift fallen humanity. How did the Prophet uplift fallen humanity? By teaching us to be ourselves. All right. Then you go to Acts 6, where it says that by being, in order to be members of the Moorish Science Temple of America, we have to proclaim our nationality, and we're teaching our people that their nationality, and to know that they're not Negroes, blacks, and colors. And that these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. Islam? So, Noble Jew Ali, that's just the way to go. All right. I can give demonstrations. There's so many demonstrations on how the Prophet connected us back to this land. How the Prophet connected us back to Africa and Egypt. How the Prophet even connected us back to England and the Brits, because he's the noble.
Come on.
So the Prophet, he just gave us gifts. All he requires us to do is to be ourselves and have love one for another, and to study ourselves. And when we should ask what else to study, he said, study yourselves.
Right. Good teacher.
So I think I'll stop there for this evening. That's my measure. Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Islam. Back out right?
Yes.
Islam, arise, giving all praise to Allah, and the highest of honor to His noble and divine prophet, Ali.
Islam.
Islam, you said it was Oliver Holmes?
Oliver Wendell Holmes.
Oliver
Wendell Holmes.
Okay.
The life of the law is not logic.
Okay. But it's experience.
Yes. And the way it was given to me is that the life of the law is not, now that was my research, the experience part, but the life of the law is not logic, it is history. That's what the law professors are saying, so. I mean,
Okay.
maximum law.
Logic. It's history. Okay.
Any other questions?
Gratitude.
With that, I leave you as I came in peace. Islam.
Allahu Akbar,
حي على الصلاة
Allahu Akbar.